Quaker Oats Company, makers of fine foods for the whole family, presents America's favorite family, the Nelsons. Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky. Now a word about one of the many fine Quaker products.
When I say one morning I was peacefully enjoying my favorite breakfast cereal when in comes my nephew, Beauregard.
Just what you doing, Uncle Senator?
Don't bother me, Beauregard. Have some Quaker puffed wheat or puffed rice and leave me be.
Is this flavored up? Flavor, that is, like bubble gum?
No, son. My cereal has got to taste natural.
No peppermint?
It ain't natural.
Well, Uncle Senator, what's it do?
Nothing, son. It just lays there and tastes good.
I declare they ought to do something to it.
Beauregard, Quaker puffed wheat and puffed rice are just right like they are. When you got a good thing, don't mess around with it. I say there's just no flavor like natural flavor. You can't beat the crisp, fresh taste of Quaker puffed wheat and puffed rice. That's a cereal, son.
Now, Quaker invite you to enjoy The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet.
What is it, Tony? I don't know. Let me get it open first. Wow, a genuine FBI detective kit. Gee, thanks, Dave.
That's all right, Tony. Happy birthday.
I got a birthday in 3 weeks.
Congratulations, Stanley.
Hey, look at this, a fingerprinting kit. And a magnifying glass. Boy, this is neat.
That's good. I'm glad you like it.
I'll be 8 years old in 3 weeks. Hey, they've even got disguises in here. How do I look? You look like General Grant.
You better not wear that to the movies. They'll charge you full price.
I'm going to the movies on my birthday. That's 3 Saturdays from today. What's that? I guess it's indivisible ink. What does it do? You write something on a piece of paper, then after a while it gets indivisible. And when you want to make it divisible again, you hold it over something hot, like a light bulb. I hope I get one of these kits for my birthday. My birthday's in 3 weeks. I sure got a lot of swell stuff.
Oh, good. What else did you get?
Well, my mom and dad gave me a sweater, and I got a pea shooter. My grandmother gave me $1. We're going to the movies with that. We better get going, Tony. Can I leave this at here, Dave?
Oh, sure. I'll take care of it for you.
You got your pea shooter? Yeah. We're going to try it out in the movies.
Well, maybe you better leave that here, too. I'll give it to you later. Hiya, fellas. Oh, hi, Pop. Pop, I'd like you to meet Detective Sullivan. Oh, how do you do, Detective?
Wait a second. You look kind of familiar to me.
It's me, Tony.
Oh! For goodness sake, I could have sworn you were a real detective in disguise.
He looked like General Grant to me, or one of the Smith brothers. We're going to the movies.
Oh, well, have a good time, boys.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
See you later, fellas.
So long.
So long.
Oh, it's darn nice you remember Tony's birthday, Dave.
Well, he didn't give me much chance to forget it. He's been reminding me for 2 weeks.
He's a smart little guy. Hello? Oh, hiya, Doc. How's everything going? Oh, gee, that's too bad. Well, yeah, I think I can make it. How about the other guys? Can you get them together? Okay, Doc. Yeah, I'll be there.
Something wrong?
Yeah, Doc's got most of the raffle books back, and we didn't sell half as many as we counted on.
Oh, it's too bad. Maybe you'll make enough money on the tickets for the dance.
Well, no, we've already got most of that in. It looks like we're about $100 short. This will be the first year we haven't raised enough money for the boys' club.
Well, it seems to me you can do something about it.
Well, we're having an emergency meeting to try and figure something out. It'll have to be something connected with the dance.
How about selling chances on a door prize?
We did that last time.
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you get a big jar of beans and charge everybody a quarter to guess how many there are? And the one that comes the closest gets a prize.
A jar of beans.
A jar of beans?
That was exactly my reaction when Harriet suggested it.
Fellas, I think that makes a lot of good sense. We put a big jar of beans in the lobby, have a pretty girl standing there selling guesses, and the person whose guess is closest to the number of beans in the jar wins the television set.
Well, I like the part about the pretty girl.
Just one thing. Who counts the beans?
Well, it was Ozzie's idea. He counts them.
No. It was Harriet's idea.
Well, she's not a member of the men's club.
I think Ozzie should count them. So do I.
All those in favor of Ozzie counting the beans, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
A nay.
The motion is carried. Ozzie will count the beans.
No. This is look, I'm not going to count the beans.
Look here, Ozzie, it was Harriet's suggestion.
Well, I'm not going to count the beans. I don't care whose suggestion it was.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
No, he's not.
He's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
I'm not going to count the beans.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
4, 5,
6,
6,
8, 9,
7.
Wait a second.
Eight.
No, wait a second. You said, somebody, carefully now. Whoops.
1, 2,
Harriet, what'd you get?
1,114.
Dave?
Just a minute.
Oh, don't tell me you forgot.
No. I stopped at a famous date. The signing of the Magna Carta, 1066.
10-6. The Magna Carta was signed in 1215. 1066 was the Battle of Hastings.
Gee, now, I don't know whether it was the Battle of Hastings or the Magna Carta.
But which sounds more familiar to you, 1066 or 1215?
1066.
But you said the Magna Carta.
I made a mistake.
Well, did you make a mistake on the date or in the number of beans?
I guess the date.
Oh. Well, and then it wasn't a total loss. You learned something anyway. The Battle of Hastings, 1066, the Magna Carta, 1215.
1216, 1217.
No. 1067, 1068. Wait a minute, why don't you start at the beginning? Start 3, 4. Okay.
1, 4. I'm going to stop when I get to 1776.
Gee, Pop, I hate to quit and leave you with all these beans, but I gotta get some sleep. I'm supposed to play golf in the morning.
Okay, Dave. Thanks a lot. What's your total there?
4,892.
Oh, thanks a lot.
That's okay, anytime. Anytime you can catch me.
I'm afraid I'm going to fold up on you too, Daddy-O. Here's my total.
I hope you can get to sleep.
Well, if I can't, I'll count beans jumping over a jar.
Okay. Well, how did you say you shot yours? Right up of that window. Oh, I can do that any day. That didn't go over the window, that one in the window. Well, I get another shot. Go ahead. I can't, I'm all out of ammunition. Well, let's get some more beans.
Hey! Have you guys been shooting beans?
Yeah, but we didn't hurt anybody.
I know, but where'd you get them?
Ricky gave them to us.
Where did he get them?
In your house. Yeah, in
Holy
your house. Can we have some more? Yeah, can we have some more?
No.
Sounds like he's in a bad mood. My father's the same way when he first wakes up. I found one. I got 3. How many does that make so far, Mr. Nelson?
15. How many did you guys shoot?
We didn't keep track of them. I know there are 2 up on the roof.
Gee, I've got to know how many. I was up till 2 o'clock this morning counting these darn things.
How many did you have?
15,982.
Why don't you subtract those you've got in your hand and the 2 up on the roof, and then we'll guess at the ones we shot, and then you'll have the number.
No, you can't guess at the number of beans.
Well, I thought that's what the contest was.
Well, yeah, but you got to know exactly how many are in the jar.
Hi, fellas.
Oh, hi.
What are you looking for, dandelions?
You know what Ricky did? He took some of the beans out of the jar and gave them to the kids for their bean shooters, and now I've lost count of them. I don't know how many are left.
No, he didn't. He got them from me. It was an old bag of beans I'd had up in the cupboard for years.
Oh.
Want to get the groceries for me?
Yeah, I had visions of counting these darn beans all over again.
Well, the jar's still in the dining room, right where you left it. Hey, that's a nice pea shooter.
Thanks, I got it for my birthday. Here's 4 more, Mr. Nelson.
Oh, well, that's okay, Tony. I don't need them now. You can keep them.
I thought you needed them.
No, Mr. Nelson's got all these beans.
He sure has a lot of them. How many are there, Mr. Nelson?
15,982. Oh, don't forget your FBI set is still in our house, Tony.
I know. I'll get it later.
Okay.
Ah, good shot.
Fellas, careful with the beans, huh?
Yeah, fellas, careful with the beans.
No.
Well, hi, Oz.
Hi, Oz. What you doing?
I'm just sealing the top on this so nobody can tamper with it.
Got 'em all counted, huh, Oz?
Yeah, every one.
How many are there?
Well, that'll cost you 50 cents a guess.
Well, here's mine.
Here's mine.
Here's mine.
Now, what do we do?
Well, you just write your name and your guess on a piece of paper, and then we open them all up at the dance tonight and find out who wins.
Is it okay if I use a prescription pad?
Use anything you want.
Doc, give me a piece of that, will you?
Are you a doctor?
Of course not.
You're not allowed to write on a prescription pad. Come on, Doc. Give us a hunk of paper. Now, how'll we do this?
Well, I think we'd better figure this thing out scientifically.
How much does a jar weigh, Oz?
Well, I'm not allowed to tell you that.
Why aren't you?
Well, because it's a guessing contest.
Let's each take a wild guess, huh?
Here's mine.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, I'll put these in a safe place, and you'll find out the results of the dance tonight.
Yeah, well, why can't you look at them now, Oz, and let us know how close we are?
Yeah, you don't have to tell us.
Are you kidding? That'd be illegal.
Oh, come on, Oz. You don't have to commit yourself.
What's illegal about it?
Well, I guess it'd be all right here.
How'd we do, Oz?
Well, this is the darndest coincidence. Each one of you guys guessed the same number of beans.
Well, it didn't make any difference whether we divided or multiplied.
How close did we come to the right figure, Oz?
Well, it's pretty close.
What do you mean, pretty close? That's the exact number Tony told us, unless I wrote it down wrong.
You mean to say Tony told you the number?
Oh, he didn't mean anything by it, Oz. He was just boasting about the number of beans you had in the jar.
Oh, that's a fine thing. Now all 3 of you guys have the correct answer.
What do you mean, all 3 of us? The first thing you know, the whole neighborhood will be over here with the correct answer.
What are you going to do now, Oz?
Well, there isn't much I can do. I'll just have to take some of the beans out of the jar, and I'll tell you this much, you guys aren't going to find out how many beans I take out.
It's a wonderful idea, Oz.
Hey. Wait. Now, how many beans did you throw out of there?
Well, how did we know? You said you didn't want us to know.
If we knew how many, we could get the right answer again.
Now I have to count all these beans all over again.
Good luck, Oz.
And this time, don't blab it all over town.
Hello, I'm John Kennedy, and I'm here in the studio of Walter Shandoah, famous photographer of Puss in Boots cats. Look at these cats he's about to photograph. Aren't they beautiful, lovely, lively, healthy, as a model cat must be? How is Mr. Shandoah sure of having cats so beautifully trained and cared for? Let's ask him.
It's simple. These cats have been raised on Puss in Boots. It's the one diet they seem to thrive on.
Yes, kittens and cats both thrive on Puss in Boots because it contains all the nutrients your cat is known to need. Proteins for vigorous growth and health. Vitamins, minerals for silky fur, bright eyes, and sturdy bones. Plus, cereals and extra vitamin B1 for all-around nutrition. So if you want cats as beautiful as these, with healthy vigor and happy dispositions, feed Puss in Boots regularly and see the difference in your pet in just a few weeks.
right up, folks. Guess how many beans are in the jar? Only 50 cents a guess. Here you are, fellas. Plenty of room over this side. 50 cents a guess. For a good cause. How many beans are in the jar?
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, just great. Who would ever think a simple little idea like this would be such a hit? Gee, thanks a lot. It was a great idea of yours.
Well, thanks, but don't give me all the credit.
My, what a handsome bunch of men in this club.
No. I'll see you a little later. Okay, step right up, fellas. 50 cents a guess. Hiya, Doc Darb. Come on, 50 cents a chance.
Are you kidding? You collected 50 cents from each of us this morning.
Yeah, you owe us a guess.
Okay, a free guess for each of these gentlemen. Step right up, folks. Okay, let me have that.
Are you kidding?
Here you are, my dear.
Step right up, folks. How many beans are in the jars for a worthy cause? 50 cents a guess.
May I have your attention, please? I suppose you've all been wondering who won the bean guessing contest. So, if the custodian of the beans will come up here, we'll find out.
Here we go. Thank you very much. Before I get to the beans, I'd like to make a little announcement. As you know, the purpose of this whole affair was to raise money for our boys' club. And the sale of raffle tickets and the admission came to would you hold that for a moment, please? To exactly $837.55. And the sale of bean guessing chances added $175.50, making a grand total of $913.05. Thank you. And now to find the winner, I've arranged all the guesses in numerical order. And whoever came closest will win our television set. The correct number is on a slip of paper inside the jar. Mr. Chase National, Mr. Chairman, if you'll officially break the seal, please.
Fine.
Just take the top off there. Now the number is right on that slip of paper. Could we have the number, please, in a loud, clear voice?
Well, there's no number on here. For yourself.
I must have put the wrong piece of paper in the jar.
Well, how do we know who won?
Well, I'll phone David. I'll phone David, my son, and ask him to find the other slip of paper. Well, meanwhile, could we have another dance? I'll be right back, folks. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, David?
No, this is Tony. Who's this?
Oh, well, this is Mr. Nelson, Tony. Is David there?
Yes, he is.
Would you ask him to come to the phone, please?
His hands are all dirty. We just took his fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Yeah, what my detective said.
Oh, well, would you ask him to come to the phone anyway? This is kind of important.
Okay. Don't hang up, Mr. Nelson. David!
Hello, Pop? What's the trouble?
Oh, Dave, would you mind looking in the desk and see if I left a slip of paper there with a number on it?
A telephone number?
No, a bean number. The number of beans in the jar.
Just a second. Hello, Pop? I couldn't find any numbers at all.
Are you sure?
There's nothing on the desk but a pad.
Well, yeah, that's the pad I wrote on.
Well, it's blank. Are you sure that's a pad?
Well, yeah, I distinctly remember because I started to write and my fountain pen was empty, so I filled it from the bottle of ink there.
Wait a second. What bottle of ink?
Well, the one right on the desk there.
Pop, that's a bottle of invisible ink. Yeah, from Tony's detective set. You know, the one I gave him for his birthday.
Boy, that's great. Now how do I find the number?
Well, it's easy, Pop. Just apply heat to the paper. That'll bring it out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, thanks a lot, Dave. May I have your attention again, please? I think I've kept you folks in suspense long enough. May I have the paper, please, Mr. Chairman? I know this may sound ridiculous, but I wrote the number in invisible ink. It was an accident, but I must say it was a pretty good idea as it turned out.
Look, Oz, we're not interested in that. We're interested in the number.
Well, that's no problem. I just have to apply a little heat to the paper to bring it out. Do you have a match, please, or a lighter or something? Thank you, sir. Coming through fine. Well, one of the numbers is 4.
Hey, Oz, there's a telephone call for you.
Oh, who is it?
It's David.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I'll be right back, folks. Don't go away.
Don't worry, we won't.
Hello?
Hello, Pop?
Well, yes, Dave.
Did the paper catch on fire?
Well, yes. How did you know?
I did it a couple of times myself. I think I got the number for you.
Well, how did you do that?
Well, it was Tony's idea. He saw an old movie on...
Tell him, Dave.
Wait a minute. He wants to tell you.
Hello, Mr. Nelson. I saw this movie on television called The Green Cat Murder Case. You see, this man was driving down this deserted road one night when he got a flat tire.
Well, Tony, could you tell me about it some other time and put David back on again, please?
He wants to talk to you, Dave.
Hello, Pop?
Dave, what about the number? Everybody's waiting out there.
Well, in this movie, somebody had written a telephone number on a pad and then torn off the top sheet. The detective noticed that it left an imprint, and so he sprinkled some of this black powder on the paper so he could see the outline of the number.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that.
And so we sprinkled some of this powder from Tony's detective kit on the paper, and we got the number.
Oh, good for you. What is it, Dave?
14,233.
14,233. Wait till I write it down.
Wait a minute, what are you writing it with?
Well, with the pen, But, never mind, I can remember. 14,233. 14,233. Folks, I just found out that 14,233 is the lucky number.
Well, who's the closest?
Just a second. Now, look at the list. This is ridiculous. I used the same ink to make out this list. May I have your lighter again?
Oh, now look, Oz, don't burn that list, too.
Here we are. The winner is Doc Williams with a guess of 14,211. Yes.
May I say something?
Well, go ahead, sure.
How much did you say the total amount was that was taken in?
The total amount, $913.05.
That's what I thought you said. I think you've made a mistake. $837.55 and $175.50 comes to $1,013.05.
My golly, you're right. I got to carry the one here. Well, folks, it's even better than I thought. Thanks again. Come on up, Doc, and get your television set.
Wait just a second.
What's the matter?
Well, my guess is only 4 beans less than Doc's. And if you can make a simple mistake in adding, it's quite possible that you could have made a mistake in counting the beans.
Oh, now, don't be a sore loser, Darv.
In fairness to all, I demand a recount.
Yeah, we want a recount. We want a recount. We want a recount. We want a recount.
Here, count them yourself. Well, I got a feeling
week, Ozzie and Harriet will be brought to you by Eastman Kodak Company. And now, Harriet has a timely reminder about holiday greeting cards.
It's always seemed to me that some of the nicest cards of all are the ones that have a picture you take yourself. When you send a picture of your family, it's just like a holiday visit. A picture of your home or any scene you like makes a warm personal greeting. There are many lovely new card designs for you to choose from. And folders, too, for black and white or color prints. Photo greeting cards are easy and inexpensive to have made. Ask your Kodak dealer about them this week.
This year, many photo dealers have attractive Christmas offers. For example, your Kodak dealer has a very special one. When you buy 25 or more Kodacolor prints of the same picture, you get the cards and the envelopes and the prints, all at a price that's lower than the normal cost of the prints alone.
Ozzie and Harriet have been brought to you tonight by the Quaker Oats Company, who also bring you the Naked City Tuesdays over most of these same stations. Quaker, producers of more than 50 foods for the family.
When they're ready for college, will college be ready for them? This is not an idle question, because unless we get busy now, there won't be room in college for thousands of deserving youngsters 10 years from now. College classrooms are already overcrowded. In 10 years, or possibly less, there will be twice as many youngsters trying to get a college degree. So if we as a nation want to prepare trained, educated leaders for tomorrow, we must provide more classrooms, more laboratories, and above all, more top-flight faculties. Help the college of your choice now.
This has been an ABC Television Network film presentation.